My dear comrades, when we win the next general elections, we will make sure that the governance framework in this country is strengthened, because we have to guard against corruption. There's just too much corruption in this country, and that is why you're having it so hard. Even though the economy has actually expanded, the reality is only a handful of people in this country are making money. The money is not trickling down into your pockets. And we know too, my dear comrades, that the taxes, the ABSC and the PIT, that they're hurting you. And we will do something about it. My dear comrades, we will eliminate the personal income tax, and we will put $50 million back into the pockets of the ordinary citizens of this country. Let's hear it for Team Labour, man. My dear comrades, we will control expenditure. We will not waste your scarce resources on ministerial travel, sports utility vehicles, consultancy fees, and so on, and investigative fees. In fact, my dear people, the present government is spending up to $8 million a year on their political witch hunts. We will not waste your scarce resources in order to incriminate members of the UPP. We will make sure that the justice system works, and I want you to mark my words tonight. There will be a political leader in this country who will end up in 1735 and will not be Lester Browne. My dear comrades, I want to tell you tonight that the Antigua Labour Party is a caring institution, and we will make sure that we provide for your empowerment. So it is in your interest, your children's interest, and your children's interest to ensure that the Antigua Labour Party is returned to power. Let's hear it for the LP, man! So when I tell you that the Antigua Labour Party is the greatest political institution in this hemisphere, it is not rhetoric. Today, Antigua and Barbuda is consumed by crime. And the UPP government, the incompetent UPP government, cannot find a solution. Now, comrades, I do not wish to be opportunistic about it, but the government has to take responsibility for the astronomical levels of crime in this country. And we are saying that when we win the next general elections, we will implement the ALP crime plan, and that includes the employment of an additional 200 constables. We will make your streets safer. We'll make our streets safer by putting at least 200 more policemen on our streets. Our political leader and the ministers of the LP who will govern this country after the next elections will not utilize hundreds of policemen to guard them. We will put them on the streets to guard the ordinary people of this country. That is what we call a caring government. And I want to say to you tonight that we understand the situation of the cost of living in this country. And we will address that as another priority. We have certain strategies that we will introduce to reduce the cost of living in this country. You know that Dr. Cog said I don't want to say much about it now, but you will get the details in our manifesto. So my dear people, we will reduce cost of living, we will reduce crime, we will empower you, my dear people. Let me sum up by dealing with a few constituency issues. Tonight, I want to pledge to the people of Point and Villa that I will continue to represent you well. I will represent all the people, no matter their political persuasion. And even those of you who fought against me and who are still fighting against me, I want you to know that you have a place in a new ALP government. Tonight I say to you that I will not discriminate against anyone based on their persuasion. So be you bald-head, dreadlocks, homosexual, heterosexual, young, old, Gaston Browne will represent you. And let me say here, even though sometimes I lash certain people in the UPP about certain tendencies, I am not homophobic. But I believe that we have to defrock those who are deceiving the people of this country. So we must know exactly who they are. So if you're homosexual, let the people know. So I want the homosexuals in this country to understand that the Antigua-Labour Party, we're not attacking you. We just want to expose the duplicity, the deceit of the members of the UPP. Because on the one hand, they want to appear to be so God-fearing, to be born-again Christians, but a number of them are homosexuals. My dear comrades, coming back to the constituency, I want to show the people of Point and Villa that we will redevelop all of the sporting facilities in this constituency. We will refurbish and expand and develop the basketball courts, not only here at Judge Bay, but over there at Blackburn Park. My dear people, we will also make sure that the facilities for track and field on the various play fields in this constituency. When it comes to education, we will make sure that there are no more dropouts in this constituency. And I want to say here that post-primary system of education, they now use a euphemism and call it some junior secondary. I want to say here that that system of education is discriminating against people in this constituency. And when we win the next general elections, we will do something about it, because we will guarantee the youth of this constituency a secondary education, or at least access to a secondary education. So you know what we'll do? We will transform the Villa Primary School into an all-age school that will provide not only primary but secondary education. Let's hear it for Labour Man. My dear comrades, right here at Judge Bay, we will establish a marina because we want to make sure that we have economic opportunities available, especially for the youngsters here in this community. Today, at least 20% of the working population in this constituency are unemployed. Just tonight, I experienced the frustration of one of my unemployed constituents. And I understand the hardship. And I want to show you, young men, many of you who are very frustrated, that help is on the way. I want to show you that when we win the next general elections, we will provide full employment in this constituency. My dear people, I also want to show the people of this country nationally that when the Antigua-Labour Party wins the next general elections, we will provide at least 2,000 jobs annually. So we will go back to a state of no unemployment in this country. Now you have to understand that for 28 years, there's practically no unemployment in this country. And that is why we were able to accommodate thousands, tens of thousands of our Caribbean brothers and sisters. And we did so willingly. And we know that many of you have made your contributions over the years. And I want to assure you that we in the Antigua-Labour Party appreciate the contributions of our Caribbean brothers and sisters. And we will make sure that you live in this country with pride and dignity. And for those of you down here, and for the Antiguans and Barbudans in particular, I want to assure you that we will provide better housing for you. We will build right here at Judge Bay on the water 200 condominium type homes for you, so that you can enjoy better housing at an affordable rent or an affordable rate. We will give you an opportunity to own a decent home at an affordable rate. My dear comrades, already we've gotten our architects to develop the renditions because we are very serious about your development. And all these plans that we have in the pipe, I want to show you that after we win the next general elections, we will put together a plan for the first 180 days, which will include additional housing, more jobs, better health care, better educational opportunities. So to the people of Point and Villa, better housing is coming and affordable housing is coming. We'll also restore the Land for You program to ensure that the youth of this country